and then Prairie Scraps Chalkin on Facebook. And I am just coming to you tonight live so that I'm going to take a pre-existing sign. Actually, I have it hanging up here. I made this last month with last month's club transfer, and I feel like it's not exactly what I wanted. I feel like there's a lot of extra space out here. So I am going to try to add buffalo check to this outside part only, not the inside part. What do you think? Do you think that's too much? I don't know. I like the saying, I like the little camper. Of course, it's got to be a little camper. So anyway, that is what I'm going to do tonight. So if you're coming on, say hey. I like to hear from everybody. That helps me out a ton. And of course, sprinkle the love all over the place. Make sure you comment. All those kinds of things help me out in my small business. So I'm crafting. That's what I'm doing. I'm crafting. But so my thought was, I feel like this sign isn't very it's distracting to see like that home kind of on the side. I was trying to balance it. I haven't gotten that shelf up yet. Trying to find my white paste, because that's what I used on here was bright white. And then we'll use that. And then I'm going to use the mini buffalo check. So, if you can't tell, I like buffalo check. I am wearing a t-shirt, or a shirt that I made over the holiday season. Right before Christmas, in fact. I don't know what this is. I got tape on here. I just left it on. Ugh. I don't know what happened there. I don't even have tape out here like that, so I know it wasn't me. But anyway, let's see if we can make this happen. This is the mini buffalo check. Pretty sure it's still available. I love using this. I love buffalo check. Do you think, oh, what fun? Is it too much Christmas, or can I use it year round? I know I did red and black. So today it snowed. It snowed. Hey, Kimberly. Ugh. So much snow. I was not expecting it. I totally, went to bed not knowing that it was going to snow, and then it snowed. So, yuck. Yuck. I'm not into it. So these are our reusable silk transfers. And, oh, of course, it's not going to fit. I didn't even check this. Maybe this is a wash. It does, well, I might have to do a couple applications. Let's put it that way. I think I'm going to start on the biggest part first. Make sure I have everything off here. I'm wondering, I don't know if I did. I can't remember if I did wax or not. It's been so long. So many crafts have happened in here. So many crafts. So I'm going to put this down right inside of this, because I want the buffalo check to be evenly spaced. And then, like I said, I'm only going to do this on the outside section. Well, I need to move that a little further up. It's not a very, I don't know if it's this transfer or if it's this wood. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be sticking very hard. So this is going to be a very cautious project. Although buffalo check gets used a lot, right? I love the buffalo check. I'm trying to get this string out of there because it's kind of making it bumpy there. All right, we're going to push it down really good. We don't want bubbles. It goes underneath those. Hopefully I won't have to, I don't know. My husband's like, leave it how it is. I think that's what he was telling me. Everybody's been telling me to leave it. Let me get this loose here. All right, this may be a slow process. I'm going to try to do this real quick so you can see how I do this. I don't know. Oops, sorry. You can see my mess. I started organizing a little bit. I think crafters have this really bad thing about organizing. You get distracted. So distracted sometimes when I can't find any. Can't find any. The bigger ones. Alright, maybe I shouldn't anyway. Alright, so I'm just using the bright white. And we're going to see how this goes. Wish me luck. I'm going to try to line it up from the outside of this. And I think I'm going to have to paste and go. So I got like, oops. I could tell this is not gonna go well for me. I got skirt hangers, like a multiple skirt hanger, to hang my transfers on. I had this aha moment where I thought, holy cow, I have a closet. I'm in the Airstream, that's where my crafting is. And I'm like laying down all my big transfers in the bag. We have a bag that you can put the transfers in, which I really like. But they're getting kind of crinkly. Okay, the United States is not an easy shape. I'm just telling you. Not easy. Not easy to follow the lines. Trying to just kind of go away from it, like start, I don't know. I might be wrecking this. Who knows? I'm not very good at painting in lines. If you are a painter, I have all the awe in the world for you. I am not. This generally is a project that you can, and this might take me a couple of applications to get this right. I don't know. I might really regret this. So if you're coming on, say hey. That helps me. Like I said, Facebook is really kind of silly these days. I'm gonna peel and take a look because I'm worried. Okay, it's not as, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. What do you think? Can you see that? I don't know why the lighting is so weird. Whoops. What do you think? Can you see it? Oh, totally cannot see what I'm doing. It's backwards. I cannot tell. I'm sorry. There we go. Just when I think I have it. Okay, there. All right, so to hold this up a little bit, can you see it? It actually looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I'm not too bad, like, over the lines. It looks worse on here than what I thought. Does that make sense? It looks worse on this side than what I thought it was coming across as. I thought it wasn't, like, looking okay. But I think it's working. I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot, like, it looks really bold here when you're doing it because there's, like, all these green spaces are not, they're not actually printing. So even though it looks bright green on this side, you know, like there's a lot of white, bright white on this side, it's really not. Hope that makes sense. And I might have to do this in 2 applications. Like, I'll do this main part, and then I'll go back and do this part out here that's not done. Try to line it up. This might be a process. All right, so down here, this white line does not connect. So I might have to put some tape on here. This I maybe should have done ahead of time. Always winging it. Always winging it. What about you guys? Are you always like winging it when you craft? So I started organizing. I pulled out my size E and D transfers and I've been hanging them up in my closet and it actually worked pretty slick. All right. Got that one. I'm trying to line up these. Oops. the line across here because there is not there's not a line that goes across. So I'm just kind of winging it. I'm making this up as I go. You can use blue tape. We also have some transfer tape you can use to position things. I never know where that my little thing is. Tape. So we do, Chalk Couture does have like this bag that the larger, all the transfers actually fit in. But I find that my biggest transfers kind of get messed up. So I haven't been liking the way they're being stored very much. I'm seeing them wrinkle and stuff because I've got so many. It's not like somebody who doesn't have quite as many. I don't know how many I have at this point, but I have a lot. And somebody who doesn't have that much is probably not going to have the problem that I'm having with it, you know, wrinkling each other. But so I've been trying to figure out what to do, and then all of a sudden I had this aha moment because I'm in the Airstream and there's a full-size closet, you can believe that, in this little, I don't know, 18 foot, 16 foot Airstream clipper. There's a full-size closet with a pull-out hanger in the closet. And I've been keeping a lot of my like different surfaces down in the bottom of the closet. But I have nothing hanging up, this empty space in the closet. So I decided to hang my really big transfers in there. And it's working out. I got one of those multi-hangers. Multi-hanger skirt hangers. I'm gonna have to pull here. I think the nature of I'm gonna pull this side first. Oh, that dried too much. Do you see that? Can you see that? It doesn't, it came off. It didn't work out. So that's a mess. Yikes. Alright, hopefully this side is not as dry. I don't mind that it looks a little bit like oldish, a little bit raggedy, because I think that'll look nice. But my paste, oh, I went too long. Can you see? And I may just go ahead, can you see all the spots in that? I may go ahead and, I'm gonna have to go faster. I think the other thing that's not helping is my paste is pretty dry, pretty thick and dry. You want it where you stick this up in it. I don't know. You want the little, it does still move, so it's not too bad. I'm gonna mix it up a little, make sure it's not getting dry too much. I might just leave it for now. This one is really bad, so I might have to relay some down there, because that one's kind of bad. And I don't want to go too wet with the chalk paste, because it sneaks underneath when you have too wet of chalk paste. So I'm just going to get some of this dry stuff off. Try to fix this up a little bit. You can see this one's kind of dry. So anyway, that was, I came out here just to get this out, and I was just going to do this really quick. My husband's starting to miss me because I've changed my time to evening, more late night, because I just haven't had time. We've changed our schooling to be a different time. Just everything seems to not be working out my favor. I'm trying to do high school schooling, reading to the high schoolers, and before I had the younger high schooler with us, the middle schooler. That looks better. Just have to go faster, I think. That one looks better. I'll hold that up for you. Uh-oh. What is that? Can you see that? That one looks better, I think. If you go fast, I have to pull faster. Paste and pull, paste and pull. Just so it doesn't dry up. I see a picture came up. All right. Go along this edge. Got a lot on there this time. I don't know, I just scooped into that and see if I can redo some of that a little bit of that and see how that works out. And if it doesn't, oops, went too far. This might look kind of messy. I'm going to try to do these again and just see if I can get them a little bit better. Whoops. I might have gone over. I wasn't paying attention to the lines. That's the only bad thing about the way I'm doing this, is that I'm getting you have to be careful about the lines. Okay, I'm gonna try to scrape. I'm looking at this and it's really got a lot on there. It's not very even either. This may not be my best job ever. Okay, nope, that area is not good. I'm gonna have to redo it with a different area or take it in and wash it. But wow, that looks great. And I did go a little bit over the line there. I think otherwise it's looking okay. Then the other thing, I think we're just gonna pull this whole thing and see if I can't line up a section. This is gonna be a test. This will be a test, right? To use my, oh, I think I'm doing opposite. It's not as easy as you think. To line it up. All right, I put in a new section there, and I'm gonna try to get this section redone here. And of course, the only place when I went back on that second swipe that really worked well was where I went over the line. So this is a combination of it's getting dry while I'm working on it really quickly, as well as my paste is a little on the thick dry side. So that's what the problem is, if you're wondering. And you know, it is what it is. I've got paint everywhere. This is something else, this project. All right, let's see how that turned up. That looks good. Pretty good. It does look a little, ooh, I got it a little off, but yuck. I don't like that. I'm a perfectionist. I am very much a perfectionist. So it is hard for me to see. All right, so far, here's what we got. I think it's not too bad. You can see at the top there where I laid off a little bit. I'll probably go over it with a little bit of I'll go over it with a little yikes, sandpaper and kind of rough it up a little. That's what I'll do. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to get this lined up. And now, so this takes a little thinking. I'm not gonna lie. It takes a little thought process to figure out. Oops. So the lines have to go the same way. This is gonna be the hard part. If this was a super brand new sticky, like sticky transfer, I wouldn't be able to do this, like fold it over like this and not make a mess out of it. But because it's not very sticky, I am able to do this. That makes sense. It's pretty pliable. Give me some paste. Okay, I'm just going in this top little section here because I have to go, I want the buffalo check to be lined up a certain way, and so I'm trying to line it up. Oofta, this is, I might be out of this buffalo check, or out of this bright white paste by the time we're done here. Might not be a bad project to be doing. Might not be a bad idea to be using it up. I'm seeing chunks, dry spots. It is thicker than usual. Nice thing about here is I'm just trying to get it to the edge. I'm not trying to... Okay, hopefully that worked. Oops, that was weird. I think I don't know what I did. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not great at this lining stuff up. Okay, there. Nope. There. I'm just not great at it. I'm not doing a great job of it. Okay, so this is the... because I need to have the white part in the white part. Okay. This is... I might be making a mess out of my shirt, to be honest. My favorite shirt. Oh, don't stick on my wet stuff, please. Don't smear things. Okay, so I'm going here over. Not very much here, but it's enough. How far do we have to go, huh? I don't know. I may be making a mess out of this whole side. I mean, look. If I can do this, you can do this. Oh, you know what I did? That I did it wrong. The whole thing. Don't do this at home. It's dangerous. Don't do this at home. That's all I have to say. All right, I have this one last little corner that I need to do. It's a mess. I maybe messed up the whole thing. I want that white to be in the see-through box. And then I want... And part of this is not turning out because I'm not a very patient person. I'm not a very patient crafter. Maybe some of you guys will do this beautifully if you ever try this. Or maybe this should be the precursor that says, don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. All right, you know, it's all an adventure, right? All an adventure. All right, well, I got that side. Do you think I can lay it over this and fix it? That is the, or should I? See how much darker it is on that side? There it is. There it is. I want it down further. And maybe I should have just done this like in little panels. I don't know. This maybe would have been easier if I had used like a smaller section. I don't know. You never know. And maybe we all think it's fine. Like I said, I was doing this because I didn't like how blank it was. And this is the first time I've ever done this. I've never tried to do a pattern with something in the middle. I've seen people do it. I maybe have not totally figured it out. Okay, I think that gives a little more balance. I'm going to take this off of here, put this on here somehow, and set that aside. I'm going to wash that just in water. It's all washable. This is chalk paste. As you can see, there it is. It's actually not as bad as I think. Like, I could see a couple places where I'm going to, once it dries, I'm going to take a little sandpaper to it, kind of clean it up, right? Can you see that? I can't get it in there. So bad. All right, let's see if I can, there. All right, so I think it's really cute. It's last month's club transfer that I used initially, and I did it, and I thought that there was a lot of space. So I went ahead and did the buffalo check, and like I said, maybe not my most stellar, you know, job of this, but it did add something, and I think buffalo check could be a little rough around the edges if you ask me. I'm going to add a little water to my white here and let it soak overnight because it's needy at best. It's getting dried up. This is one I used in a demo, like in a booth at Christmas time, and it really, because it sits out when you do that demo, it kind of gets dried faster. Okay. Just get some cleaned up here. Try to get off my fingers. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Like I said, I think it's going to be just fine once I go ahead and I still have a couple t-shirts to do with this because we're doing this for Girls Weekend. Started getting ready with this transfer, not the buffalo check, but I think it's not bad. I think this area, I'll probably take it down a little bit once it's dry. I don't want to do that right now. And I did get off. I could see like where my transfer, like over here, I got off a little. Do you see that? I totally did it wrong. So I'm going to take it down with, it's still kind of wet. I don't want to do it yet. I'll take it down with the sandpaper once we're done. Thankfully, this is wood, right? We'll see. And of course, you know, it's not, I don't know. Maybe I wrecked it. Who knows? I could have. See, I went over the line right here. I was going to try to get it off, but I don't know. Little water, little poker thing on it. That may not come off very well. All right. So anyway, Tell me what you've been doing. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't know if I'll get back in time to do a video tomorrow. My kids are doing solo ensemble, so I'm gonna go see them. It's about 2 hours away. One of them, I don't think she knows I'm coming. Apparently, my youngest daughter's like, don't tell her, she's really nervous already. They had an opportunity to practice in a concert last Friday, and she didn't want to. So, there's that. So I actually haven't seen her perform. She has been practicing just a ton, though. So, I think it's not a lack of practice that's causing this. It's just nerves. She's a freshman. She's gone before, but never on high school level. So I think she's a little more nervous than usual. So she's singing, and then my son is playing trumpet, which is, he actually came home and asked me to go. So there's that. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. We'll see. See how it goes. I'll let you know how that all pans out. This side, I think, is pretty dry. We'll see how that... I want to make sure I have a sandpaper that's not got different colors on it. White is okay, but not different colors. All right, let's see. I think it's gonna soften up if we use it on there. Sometimes even the sandpaper, especially around the edges, might make it just be a little bit more rustic. That's what I'm gonna do, is just kind of soften it up around the edges, because I like it to have a nice edge. You definitely don't want to use the sandpaper on anything that's wet. Sorry. Because it will like kind of smear it, as opposed to just using a wet on here to kind of want to get the sand off. I want to try to make this lighter so it doesn't look like I totally screwed it up. I don't know, I think with a little work here, it's going to work out fine. This right here, it definitely looks white in between, doesn't it? But I think it softens it up a little. It just doesn't make it look, I can tell that's wet, look as harsh. Especially those areas where I double laid it. I don't know. I'm liking it on this. Kind of liking it, actually. With it softened up with the sandpaper. What do you think? It's like, you can tell, like this bottom portion, can you see? It looks a little more white. I don't know. Could be a work in progress, right? Could be. So I'm just gonna rough the whole thing because I want it to all kind of look that smoky white. I think most of it will come off like a little shaking because it is kind of the sawdust that's coming off. Not sawdust, but you know, chalk dust that's coming off. I don't know, kind of liking it. I also want to get off some of these edges where it looks kind of rough here. This corner up here still looks rough up here. All right. What do you think? I think it's gonna sandpaper off, but I think it's gonna look nice. I don't want to put too much water on here because it will wash it off or smear it. I'm just trying to like quickly kind of go over it to get the dust off. It's not a very wet It's not a very wet cloth, but it's enough that you can kind of get into those grooves, get it removed, get the sand off, this chalk dust off, I should say. Try to get it off here. And it's actually lifting some of this darkness in this little corner here too. So you could actually, you know, instead of using sandpaper or sand block, go ahead and use a wipe. That one is pretty dry. So anyway, it's funny, I feel so tired at the end of the day, and then I sit down for a little bit and I go, ooh, I gotta go. So yesterday we had a little Zoom meeting to start getting ready for Pinners. I'm going to be in Pinners in Boise, so if you're in the Boise area, come see me. So much fun. I'm so excited. I cannot hardly stand it. Can't hardly stand it. I think I'm starting to like actually stain this white. That's what I think is happening. I think my cloth is wet enough to activate that chalk paste, and it's staining it. So I'm just gonna spread it. Spread it, spread it, spread it. Make sure it's all there. I actually think I like it. I like it. Okay. Don't do that to me. Phone remains after power off. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Stay with me. Okay. Are you there? Sorry. Okay, so I used that wet cloth, and I think it, like, kind of stained it in. What do you think? I like it. I actually really like it. I think it added to it. We'll see. My husband probably won't. He probably won't. He probably will be like, what did you do? But I kind of like it. It, like, kind of, like, made it a little bit, gave it some texture, some depth. This cloth is actually turning it into a stain, so that's why I'm going over some of the darker spots, especially out here. And all I'm doing is just kind of using the cloth to stain it, because that just lightens it up. Okay, I'm going to stop while I'm ahead, really. All right, I really like it. I know that it's not perfect, but I think it looks kind of cute. Makes it look a little more country, makes it look a little bit better. We're going to put that up there, back up there. There it is. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping in and checking it out, and make sure that you subscribe on YouTube and Facebook, both. I appreciate everybody stopping in. Got a mess here for sure, but let me know what you think. Make sure you answer my questions. Tell me how your week's going. Did you get snow? All those things. And make sure you keep on crafting. We'll see you soon.